Okay, now let me just share the link and then I'll be right back. Yes. Let me just share the link in Instagram and I should be back. I have not yet seen charts or analyzed the pair for this session. Let me just share the link in my Discord and be back in a minute or so. One minute, boys, I'll be back. Tomorrow, USD JPY, my view. Let me just analyze and break down gold first of all for this session, and I will break down USD JPY for you. Okay. Today gold have news. There is no news today for gold, and there is no news today for gold and USD. The United States is on a government shutdown, and I think price movements are okay, okay and well, but I do not think there will be any news releases, especially during this period. Last last month also there was no CPI, no NFP, only there was an FOMC, and that is how it is. I'll da, 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 da. What's the chat saying? Today gold does not have news, but price movements are okay so far by now. Price movements are very much okay, and there is not much of a difference just because of the shutdown. So let's just break price down for this session. All right, now we do not need this. This is of yesterday's analysis. We do not need this too. This goes to hide mode. Let's just break price down. What can it do in the New York session for now? That is what we're going to see. Let me just show you my workbench. Is the voice audible? Is the voice okay? Okay. All right. All right. Now for this session, let's just break price down. As of now, the daily time frame is bullish over here. It is going bullish. There is a slight miscalculation over here with this candle. it was a bearish candle. It closed bearish in my brokerage, and all the other pairs, like in the Honda brokerage and in the Pipe brokerage, it closed bearish only in the 4 hour. But in this one, this is what I see usually, so just stick to this one. But I also viewed how it has closed on my brokerage too, so that just sums up to what I need actually with price in the charts. So as of right now, gold is bullish over here. There is not, there is no wick over here over this candle, and it can continue to move bullish, but there is not much information on how it is going to go with the daily time frame itself. So we're going to go down on the 4 hour time frame and see. It has been very bullish over here, completely bullish. There was no correction, no nothing. Yesterday I did a sell on gold over here. I thought it may over here, and I clicked out with the win. I thought it might correct down and it's like retrace back and then just like push bullish, but it did not go like that. It just continued to move bullish. And the 4 hour time frame, it has just continued to move bullish. And if we see, I do not especially like this candlestick pattern over here, and we have to see how this candle is going to close, especially that is what is needed for us right now. So after 7:30 close, we might be able to like see what is going to happen, and probably we will be able to do a trade today. This 4 hour close is very important over here. It would make a lot of sense, and we have to wait for this closure. But before that, if it's going to be bearish, it's going to be like a lot of difference on how price is going to be moving for the rest of the New York session. It's going to be bullish too. It can also reject in like this. Let me just do a latency test real quick. Alright, stream is healthy only. Big fan, bro. You have to especially see how this candle is going to close, but that closure, let it be. We have to see all the other details so we can maybe trade while the 7:30 closes itself. All right, now let's just go to the 1 hour time frame. We have support and resistance over here. We have like a nice range over here. The resistance is over to here. I do not think gold will exceed this area for today because it does not have a wick in the daily time frame, and as of now It is good, but I always like my levels to be at whole numbers. So if it's going to be 4148.353, I'm going to put it around 300. That is how I like it. And it is not going to make a big difference, but that is how I like it. So the support is made to here. I would not call this a range. If I'm going to go into this is if I'm not going to call this a range. If I'm going to go into the 15-minute and 30-minute time frame, I would have much detail and I would call it a range or so. But as of right now, this is resistance, this is support, and it has not rejected from this area and this area multiple times. It created a resistance and a support, and then it's like went above. So I would not call this a range. This is resistance and this is support. And I would not mark a rectangle area around it. That is what I was going to call it a rectangle. But I would not mark it right now, because if I'm going to go into the low time frames, the areas might change. Okay, meaning I'm going to say how now. There is rejections over here, here, and here. The support area over here, support line over here might go to here. So I would not mark a rectangular box, which I call a area now itself, because of this rejections over here. So the 1 hour time frame as of right now is 1 hour time frame as of right now is showing bullish momentum like this, bullish structure over here. A minute, please. Right. So the 1 hour time frame as of right now, it is bullish only. So if we go into the 15 or a 30-minute time frame, it has clean rejection over here and then rejection over here. We can put this area around to like 200, so it will be right, or even 200. This is just resistance. This area is just resistance, and then over here it has cleanly rejected. I'm not going to still mark an area around it, because in the 15-minute time frame there might be rejections much lower than this, so it would not make sense if I'm going to mark it around this area. What price would usually do is come to here. When it wants to make a support, it would come to here, you would see it as a support, but it would go to here, it would break below here, and you would see it as a bearish move, but it would just make sense of this area and then reject and go back up. So I will mark an area around it in the 15-minute time frame, but this makes sense. This is resistance. This is just the resistance area, and if it's going to reject again, I would call it a range, and then I would also look for sells from there if the 4 hours is going to close how we want it to close. All right, in the 15-minute time frame, see now this area is changed. See, this area is clear, this area is clear over here, but I would rethink my decisions of taking a sell over this zone. But it is clear, it is rejected, 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 rejected. It has a couple of rejections and it is very, very clear, but I would rethink my decision of taking a sell from this area. So it is what it is. $15 is going bullish over here. 4 hour is also trying to close. We would not definitely know until the last minute, and after the closure only we will be able to know how the closure is going to be. So we have to wait and see how things are. I can even break above this zone, and then it would just put a big red candle over here, and it would just make sense to you when the price just moves. So it does not. It is. I think it is definitely going to be bullish. Okay, the amount of bullish that it is going to close is what is needed for us, and if we are able to get a part of a move from this session, it would be good. It would be a good day and it would be a good trade. We need a good setup over here. As of right now, I do see some opportunities. Let us see how it is going to go. இனி பதுங்காத. What do you all think about gold and how it is going to go for the rest of the New York session? What are your thoughts about gold for this New York session? Big fan from India. I'm also in for 4 hours candle. Yeah, 4 hour would make much sense if it's going to close. 4 hour candle is going to make much lot of sense after closure. As of right now, it is bullish, but if it is going to make a rejection from there, price would be able to come up till this area. If it is going to come up until this area, it is still going to be bullish on the daily time frame. So it would close bullish only. This area is how I view it. Maybe it might be able to go up till here too, where today's candle started. But this area is definitely in the eyes, and we will look forward on how we can do a trade. If this candle is going, if this 6:30 to 7:30 candle is going to close in like this, I do not know how the rejection would play out. But every moment in trading is unique, and let us just see how it is going to go. Krishna. Yone 4123 close below close now I go short. 4123. 4123 is over here, right? 4123 below what? 4123 close below now I go short. I do not get it. How 4123 close below close now I go short. Hmm? If price is going to close below 4123, you're going to short it. You're going to sell it. Right? Do I get it right or wrong? All right. 4 hours going to close in right now. If price, I do not think price is going to close below 4123 for today. It has moved so much bullish, and I do not think it is going to short itself. I mean, it is not going to sell itself from here, from there to here. If you're going to close, sell it at 4123, you're going away from the trend. You have to go with the trend to make profits out of it. Trade the trend. Trading the trend would be your best thing to do in trading. All right, the 4 hours close in right now. It has not got much volume to it. If you're able to get a piece out of this piece out of a move from this New York session, we would be good. Let's just see how price is rolling out. I think it has a higher probability to go over here and then just like reject from there. If it had a clean range, not a clean range, if it had a clean move from here to here, and then just like rejected from there and just like gone to the top, I would have definitely bought price at this level and let it go to this area, and I will make profits out of this move from this New York session. But it is not clean, right? It has multiple zones over here, and price would reject from any of these zones, and we will not be able to make a clean setup out of it. So we have to wait for an opportunity over here and see how it is going to go. 4 hour is closed in, 30-minute is gone bearish. Yeah, see, from this area to this area it has been clean, but there is lots of rejections over here. It is not clean at all. So if it was clean, and if it was someplace else, I would have definitely bought, because I think it has higher probability to go up till here and then it's like reject. But as of right now, because this wicks too, lot of wicks over here, here, I'm not going to buy price. I'm going to wait for rejection. But if it's, but price can also play out double times. It can go however it wants to, and it's like it will do whatever it wants, it will go however it wants to. If we want to trade, we have to see price through and make ourselves available for what it is doing. If price is going to break above this area, create structure, and it's like looks like going to continue to move bullish, I would definitely buy above this place. But it has to create support for me. When it creates support above this level, there is going to be structure made, and I would make use of that setup and an opportunity to trade. Hari name pile Tenet Raven. Tenet yaarne dalle. Aida. Ini padunga alle. What do you all think? How it is going to go? Only taking a long target. Already taken long. Target is 4147. Sounds good. Sounds good. 4147 target is very good. But if price is able to move clean, you will be able to make a profit out of it. But if price, I think, will definitely go to that area and then only reject. But I do not know how much of a deviation it is going to do. We have to see. We have to see. We have to see how it is going to go. 4147 target looks really good. But if you are going to hold it, I think it might be able to hit and then just like reject from there. But if it is not going to go to 4147, you should be able to digest it and be okay with it, because price has higher probability to also reject from here without even creating a wick to the 4147 area. So let us just see. பாயிடா இனி பதுங்க அது. Mouth is just Price is making a rejection since the opening itself. 4 hours candle disappointed. I would not put it like that. I would not say it has disappointed you. You have rushed into a trade. You should wait. You should wait for the opportunity to arrive, and if there is proper RS to R, you just take the trade. You have to wait. You get paid when you wait. You get paid when you wait. All okay. You get paid when you wait. Morning. Now it is rejecting back. How the 5 minute is 5 minute is very choppy. It's not clean. Some moves are clean. Over here it's clean. It's clean over here. But other than that, it is very chopped up. I still think it is going to move about this area and then only reject from there. Let's just see. If this isn't here, if this was the only resistance where price can lead up to, I would have definitely taken a buy or like look for opportunities over here to trade up to this area. But this plays over here as just fruit ninja, as done fruit ninja over here. பாயிடா இனி பதுங்காத. What I expect over here is this candle, this present candle might close bullish and then the next candle will just reject big time, or it would just continue to move above. It is just that price is going to move however it wants to. You just have to make yourself available, and if there is proper rs to r and you see a setup and you if I see a probability, if I see a setup, and if I see good rs to r, I'm going to take it. I am just so confident that price would reject from the top 4147.200. But if price is going to continue to move above 4147, and if I see that probability also, and if I see a valid setup with rs2r, I would definitely consider taking it. I'm not going to move it away and then just be like sitting over here and say 4129, 4129, 4129. I'm not going to say that. That would not make sense. At the end of the day, price is going to move however it wants to, how whatever the way it wants to, however it likes and however it wants to. It's just the main thing. If you want to trade here, you have to make yourselves available for what the price is doing, and if you are able to view it, and if you see a probability, a setup and good hours to hour, you can just go for it. What do you all think? What do you all think about gold? How it is going to go? What are your thoughts? Rejection is big time over here. Oh, there is lots of supports over here too, but I think it might just go down to 4129 area, and then let's just see if an opportunity creeps in. Right now I do not see anything, but I think it will be a high probability that we trade today. Let this 15 minute just close, and I will break down USD JPY for you. I do not trade USD JPY based on probability effects concepts, and there is a lot of fundamental events going on with the yen. There was a lot of things. I think the president was changed, and the Bank of Japan's governor was changed, and a lot of things that are going on with Japan. And that is the Japanese yen, and I do not think it has been moving good. Mm, it has been moving good with the monthly time frame, but in the daily and the weekly time frame it has been bullish. But you can see the discontinuations in price over here, over here, and it's like a lot of things happening. But I will still break it down for this month alone. I will do it based on SMC concepts, just simple price action. Okay. 15 minute has closed in, and the 30 minute has not closed yet. 15 minute has closed in bearish only, rejecting from the top, not from the top, from this area. And it has been what my thoughts are right now is what my thoughts are right now is if if the next candle is going to close bullish, I would definitely look for an opportunity over here to reach up to this area. I will definitely try to make use of that opportunity to reach up to like 4147 or 200, because I think 30 minute has high probability to also go above, and the 1 hour also go above, and just reject from here. make a wick up to here and just like reject is what I'm able to see. But if it is going to continue to reject down, then it is how it is. கிளம்புட்டா. Anyone else got any ideas right now for gold? What are all your bias? It is it bullish or bearish? What are all your biases for gold? Let me just have gold on one tab and then just like USD JPY on another tab, and then just let me just break it down over here. Let me just break down USD JPY. Just so the chat asked for it, let me just break it down. I will just break it down on how and what are all the probabilities for this week and for the daily time frames and for the monthly time frames based on just simple price action, simple support, resistance, trend, and then market structure concepts. Okay. Oh, gold is moving, going bearish big time. All right, it has got 10 more minutes to go, and ooh, going bearish. But this is just the plain move on how gold has moved. Okay, this is just a plain move on how gold has moved. I used to say to my friend that I do not seriously like this candlestick pattern. Whenever it does this, it just tends to reject from at the top, from at the top of the tire, like very much from the top. If this candlestick is going to come, I think there is going to be a rejection coming sooner, and that is what is happening right now. I do not know if the rejection is going to continue, but I just think this is how gold is going to close. Now it is rejected from this area. We have to see how it's going to close. Now I might be able to do, I could have done a blind sell over here, like a blind sell from here. Let me just do a sell over to here. But could that have made sense? Maybe. But if I'm going to continue to do that in my trading career, it is not going to go well. Plain sells are not going to just work out, boys. Plain sells are not just going to work out. This is why you have to wait. This is why you have to wait. You get paid when you just wait. When you wait, you will be able to see much more opportunities, setups, good Rs to R, and just wait for the candles to close, wait for price action to click, and then just enter. This is why you have to wait. This is why you have to wait. Let me just write up a small thing, and it's like keep going. If the 30 minutes is going to close in like this, I think it might be able to go much bearish. It might be able to reach up to this area. If the 15-minute is going to close here or here somewhere, and it's going to make a top wick, and then just like going to come, I'm going to enter on the break of the low, and it's like target this area. That is how it is going to be, boys. If there is going to be room for us, I'm just going to do it. If there is going to be room and a 1:1 R is to R, like risk to reward should be 1:1 or at least 0.75 plus. There's going to be 0.75 plus R risk to reward ratio. I'm just going to do a sell from here, because I think after this 30-minute candle, it would want to go more bearish only than a bullish move. But the criteria for entry is, I'm not going to enter plain, because I would not be able to, if I'm going to do a short position over here without a wick or something of that sort, I'm going to need price. My trade needs a stop loss over here. I'm not going to risk that much. So a stop loss over here and the take profit over here would not be so good. So if price closes over here and then make a wick and it's like push low, I'm just going to do it. Even now I just see these areas over here for just like take profit. But if price is just going to close over here, how may I be able to enter into it? That would not make sense. Oh, it's pushing. Every time the price just goes nearer to this area, it hurts. That is how it is. Paida, ini padugade. Oh, it reached up to this area. It reached up to this area over here. Just because of this candle, just because of this candle, this bearish candle over here, I just want to do a sell. But just because of this 30-minute bearish candle, my hand just itches to sell. But we have to maintain a discipline and just like hold on and see how price is going to close, and then price is closing good only. Price has closed in over here. I can also see a zone here. Yeah, why did I just not mark it? If I might be able to do a sell from here now, since price has rejections from this place to over here, if I would do a sell over here, what is the risk, guys? Risk is 46 pips. I would just get 35 pips. And do I see zones much further than that? I do not see it. It would not be so good, right? 45 pips. 45 pips. And it's like 35 pips. It would be good only. But since there is lots of rejections over here, I'm just thinking, rethinking. Ash is going to clean swoop into it, swoop into this area. I think so. I think so. It might happen. There's lots of rejections over here for me to be taking the sell from here to here. It might also reject and it's like green structure and it's like come down. And there is not enough Rs to R to be going into that zones. Forty-five, 44 to 45 pips and it's like to this area. 0.8 is okay. 0.0.75 plus RS to R rest to reward ratio, but since there is range support range over here, I'm not able to do it. To get to a level, you have to have discipline, and then you just have to have rules. You have to be rigid by your rules. You have to be rigid with your rules and flexible with your expectations. That's gone. Good. Now I would have sold. Now I would have done a sell over here. But if I'm going to continue to do that, and if I'm going to continue to trade that way, it is not going to end well. That is how people go down. If you want to come up, you have to have some control to yourself. I do not see a bearish candle over here, but definitely it might do a bearish candle too. Taida. Did you all do a sell over here from this place to place? Did you guys do a sell over here? It would be in a good sell if this candle just made some kind of room. Minute time frame, 1 hour time frame. Yeah. This 1 hour closure is very important. Anyhow, we might be able to catch a correctional move or some sort of a trade for this New York session, and we might get good. So we have to just wait. We just have to wait, and when we see a probability, a good setup, we will just take it, and we will just sleep tight. It is just that I would have done a sell over here from this place to here, and it would have made sense. But at the end of the day, if you are going to continue to keep doing that, it is just not going to end up very well. And you will be you will continue to do it when the confidences aren't there. You will continue to do it, and you even know price is going to reject from here, and then you're just going to continue to do it and do it consistently, and then it is just not going to go very well, because it has. And if I'm going to sell it when price just closed above, I could have made profits out of this zone. But if you're going to continue to do that, there might be conditions that is not in your favor, and then price would just go opposite to you, and it would not end up very well. And how am I be how am I able to talk like this? Because I've gone through it, and every trader just goes through it, and then just like gets to a level where he does not want to do it. Now price action is very clean, the 5 minute time from just straight bearish movement. Let's just see if we can get any correctional moves or some sort of move over here. Ooh, price has got bullish. Price has flipped bullish. And I think there is an opportunity coming, and we are going to be able to trade over here. I want to see how price is going to close over here, which is very, very important. Am I able to see some opportunities over here? Yes. Maybe yes, some correctional moves will be underway and it would just go good. The 15-minute is going to close and I think it is going to close bullish only over here. Fine. 15-minute is closing bullish, has closed bullish. The time has clicked in, and how is the next 15-minute going to be? Paida. How has it been moving? If the 15-minute candle is going to close bearish over here, and then when it wicks above to this area to make a high in the 1 hour time frame, and then when it clicks the present candle's low, I think I will do a trade. But this bearish candle should be able to like close below this area over here, so that when I do a sell, it would make sense. Straight from here, straight from this below this zone, it's clean traffic to this area, and also rejected over here. So Let's see if this channel is going to close that way. I would like to definitely target this area also, but it would not end up very well. What the fuck? I think boys headed to this area over here. I think price might also head up to this area over here. If the volume is just great, and if the 30 and the 15 is going to close, how it's going to close over here, I think it might be able to. What now itself? No room for you. I'm just going to go. Is the thing over here? Holy fury. We just saw some of Gold's wrath. We just saw some of Gold's wrath. It just showed its wrath right now. Paida in Padingade. So much push and then so much pullback. So much push and then just like so much pullback. Still, if it's going to close below this area over here, I will consider doing a sell. If it's going to close over here, okay, and if it's able to create a wick to the top, I would consider doing a sell from this break below and just like to this area and keep the stop loss to there itself. I'm not going to give any more, and then I'm just going to teach to the trade because that would make sense. Any much more would not make sense. Price might also be able to correct from here, correctional move from here to the top to wherever it wants to. That is really based on how it closes and how it is moving. So if it's able to do a correctional move, I would definitely try to hop onto it also. We'll just definitely look into it. Is USD JPY dead right now? It's not even moving. Tuesday. Today is holiday? No. It's moving. It has moved big time. Like 100 pips over here itself. 45. My room is just dead silent right now. Silent, silent. How is price going to close? 30-minute time frame in like this, and then hourly time frame in like this. Even if it's just going to close back, I can still see bearish move in here. I think just because of this candle over here, it might be able to move bearish. We can secure if it's even going to close here and just like make a wick to the top and just like go. I will try to trade. I will be back in a minute or so, boys. I'll be back in a minute or so. Price still has 2 more minutes to closure. I just took a little break. Price still has 2 more minutes to closure. How the price is going to close? At this point in time, I think with this 1 hour closure over here, more bearish move is possible. If it's able to close below, where all this volume coming from? A rejectional area over here, and then it's like an area to here. If it's able to close below this region, it would be good. Then it would just make sense for us to do a sell. Just close right on the mark. Oh, down. No wick, and it's like going down, just like that. Just like that. Is there room over here? No, 21 pips, 22 pips, nope. 30 pips stop loss. When it is going to create a wick, it is going to need much more, and then it's just close to the very much border of this area. I would not consider this as support if this candle did not reject from here, if this bullish candle did not reject from here, but it rejected from here and it's like formed support and made these rejections viable too. So it is how it is. Even now, just because this 1 hour candle, I would seriously consider sell, but it just went down without a wick itself, and when I'm going to enter over here, there is not going to be much room into it. There is going to be only 20 pips over here, and when it creates a wick, it is going to ask much more than 20 pips for stop loss, and it would not make much sense to me. Oh, it is how it is. It just made a wick. $44 pips for 23 pips. Not interested. Instead of just selling on the low, I would do instant if there is proper viable stop loss for me. If the stop loss is over here, I would do it. But the stop loss is here. And when it creates a wick, if I do instant sells, I would just correct and go. Besen says What do you guys did you guys trade today? Did you make a trade today? Or just waiting in like me to just pick up a trade over here? If you did trade today, just drop in what pair and then it's like what did you do? $35 is closing in like this. 35 closed in good only. I would do this sell if I had enough room over here for myself. I'm just not willing to take an RS2 which has 0.52. There is not much in it for me. So I would not take it. Let's see if we are able to like get a correctional move in. But no, but let's see. I think after this candle close, there's going to be a bullish candle reaching up to this area or this area, and we might be able to take advantage of it. So let's just see if there's going to be correctional moves in here. Yes, price moved bearish, but I was over here live trading and I was waiting for an opportunity and I did not see an opportunity over here. If I would have saw a good setup, a good trade, I would just take it. But if there is not enough RS2R in it, there is not. I have stopped taking trades where there is not enough RS2R risk to reward because that feels good to me when I take up a trade with a good RS2R. Yes, some people say that you should not care about RS2R, just enter into, just do the trade and just do the thing. But what works for me is just taking trades with good RS2R, and that is when I just move forward. I would have just done a trade over here. If it just made a wick and then just like start going low, it just pushed lower and then just like came down and just like went. It did not just give us an entry to just go into the trade. Then how might we be able to trade into it? Right. It wasn't got there. Usually I just get a trade in between like this time, usually in between like 7:30 to 9:30. Today I'm just still waiting. I'm just waiting to do a trade. It would be really good if I just close the stream with the trade on, because I was waiting to do a trade. Yesterday I did one. Yesterday I did one over here. It was a clean move, clean entry, just like clean 1.58 RS to R risk to reward ratio, and it's like put the stop loss in here, put the take profit in here, just click it to my sell, click it to my take profit, and then just like start pulling above. It was a good trade. I thought it would continue to move bearish from here, but it did not. It just continued to move bullish from there, and it is okay. I saw a setup, I saw a good R2R, and I saw probability, and I just did it. I just happened. And this was a good trade, 1.58 R2R, risk to reward ratio. So today also I just waited to just pick up a trade like that, and it did not happen. I'm just still waiting over here. Maybe price might be able to correct itself, and then we might be able to get a trade in. Or if it's just going to move bearish, I don't see the daily time frame closing bearish in here. The maximum amount of room it can move up to is over here, but I don't see it moving bearish that much. If it moves, then the next candle might correct and then just like um, close bullish over here. But at the end of the day, price is going to move how it wants to move, and it's going to close however it wants to close. So if it's going to close bearish for today, you have to just accept it, and it's like look for opportunities from there on. 15 minutes just going to close. If risk to reward ratio did not matter to me, I would have just done a couple of trades over here. But that is how I do not want to be going down the road. That is why I stopped taking trades which are of less risk to reward ratios. Daily time frame flip is over here, so we do not need this area. We can have that. Daily time frame flip is over from this area over here. It's continuing to move bearish over here. If I would have known this much room it's going to make, I would just entered. The thing is, you can only expect so much from a candle, except days of these sort. You can only expect so much from one candle, apart away from the trend. So this was the trend, and this is only one candle, and you can only expect so much from it. And then you can also close less less bearish, or just full bearish, or just like mediumly bearish. Like less bearish meaning over here, or just like mediumly over here, or just like more bearish over here, not up to here. So I expected for it to like move up to here maximum, or just like up to here. It just which it did just move, but up to this area, let's see, it might be able to move. When it moves and when it starts correcting, there is much more room for me to be able to trade into it. I just went full on bearish mode. I saw it. I saw the bearish move. I thought, and I also said it on the stream, it might be able to move bearish, but I was not able to get an entry with a good RS2R, so I just did not enter. Some of these days are like this. Some of these days are like this. You just have to accept it and then just like move on, and that is how it is. Some of these days are really like this, and you have to just accept it and then just like move on. That is how it is in trading. Is she just going to continue to go to this area? I do not think so. Oh, gold is bleeding right now. Over to this area is very tough. Now it just hurts that I don't know, just kept an entry and I just neglected the entry that it gave me because I was not in the forest to earn there. It hurts, but you have I have to go in like this because that is what has worked for me until right now. So that is how this. Daily time frame has flipped right now as like continuing to bleed bearish. I'm just going to remove this zone because we do not need it from now on. So just going to remove it. No issues. This is indeed a great move, but I was not able to get anything out of it. I just wanted a part out of it, not even a part. I thought being this being the first day of the stream, since I stopped streaming from the last time I streamed, I thought maybe I would do a trade and it's like finish this stream strong. But I was not able to do a trade and then not able to finish the stream strong. I'm going to finish the stream strong, but I wanted to do a trade in the first day of streaming back again. But it is how it is. But this was a great candle. I just said it on the stream that it might reject big time to this area, but just continue to reject to this area, and it's like right now. I did not expect this much of rejection at that place, but it's still rejected, and that is how price is. It just does whatever it wants to do, however it wants to do. That is what is price is, and you just have to accept it just so that you can trade in this environment. I just took a trade yesterday and I just did not take a trade today. But I just wanted to do a trade today since this being the first day of the stream. But it is how it is. It's just continuing to go bearish. What the hell? What the hell? Holy shit, huh? I thought maybe might be a correctional move and we will just take part in it. But it's just correcting. How much ever it just went bullish. It's just correcting itself. Rakesh just told us 4123 below close, he goes short. If he would have shorted price right now, 4123 is over here. Holy shit, you would have made a shit ton of money over here. 270 pips. Even on a 0.10, it's going to be $270. It would have been great. I do not know if he made it or not, but it was a great call. I thought it might not happen, but that is how price action and trading gold is. For now, it's now going to close, and it's 30 minutes over here. I think from here price might be able to do a correctional move. I think it has high probability to do a correctional move from here because it has been moving so much bearish, so much amount of bearish in it. It might be able to do a correctional move, and I am going to continue to trade. And if I just do any trades, I will definitely post it in the Discord group. Make sure to join our Discord group because I'll be posting trades over there. Whatever I pick from now on. I've also posted trades which I picked before, and let's meet again tomorrow on tomorrow's New York session streams. And thank you all for joining. Thank you so much. Let's see tomorrow on same New York session streams. Thank you, boys. Thank you all. Thank you. Bye.